Football. This year, I don't have to blaspheme against myself. I just rub my nipples so very gently and erotically and just... I just edged myself. You know, this weekend, watching Texas play, I get it. You know what, Sting? You're right. You are right. Bringing yourself there and being tantric and be like, no, I don't need to do this. They'll do it for me. I just live in my mind. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you've just been edging yourself for about, what? When was the last time they were in a national championship?
When Alabama took out Colt McCoy? Yeah, that was pretty rough.
So you've been edging since then?
Yeah.
Tantrically?
Yeah.
Longhorn football's going to be so good, eventually I'm going to bust this nut.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about edging. That's like the Cowboys. Like right now, liking the Cowboys, real talk, I might as well be like emo or goth. I don't know which, but I'm right there with that team. Like, dude, it's painful to watch, so I don't. But then Saturdays, I'm like, oh, Texas. Oh, I feel like this is what a habitual Coke user goes through. Just the ultimate high on Saturday, and then Sunday, it's just like, fuck, I can't get Coke.
You're just riding that wave. Dude, there's something about the NFL teams. If your team was ever dominant or good in the 90s, you were riding a roller coaster. I'm at a high-low every week with the Niners. I'm just like, they won. Shit's going our way. And then we lose. I'm like, I'm going to jump off a bridge.
I mean, hey, you got the benefit, though. Like, they're starting to be like, Purdy's having elite level throws. Look at this. His legs.
Yeah, there's the upside, but the fact is that like every other person's getting hurt around him.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it.
Yeah, I mean,
we're made of glass.
I was going to say your teams, they should come out if they play around Halloween and be like, we are the San Francisco Morgue.
Yeah. We should rename Levi Stadia the China Shop because when you come in there, things get broken.
San Francisco Bulls playing in the China Shop Stadium.
Dude, seriously, though, every game, someone's getting fucking hurt.
Oh,
And through the magic of Kyle Shanahan's offense, all of a sudden there's a backup running back that's like, hey, I'm going to run off for like 90 yards. A guy you've never fucking heard of.
It's the running back version of Green Bay when you had that guy, I forget, who had a video game day, and then he got a contract with Seattle.
Yeah, I forget too. But yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That
dude was nuts.
Yeah, but college football's fun. Iowa State in the top 10.
Yes.
I don't know when the last time that ever happened, but it's the first time since 1938 that they're 6-0.
Yeah, for some reason I thought they did it in the early 2000s with Seneca.
No, Seneca Wallace was so good that he outshadows the fact that their record wasn't good.
Oh,
That's how good he was.
Okay.
You know how good of a quarterback you got to be to do that?
Can you imagine if you had a Seneca Wallace now?
Yeah.
Of course, I will say this.
Rocco Beck.
Rocco Beck has a fucking cannon.
He does, dude, and he scrambles, dude. You see him gracefully running for first downs out there? No, Iowa State produces elite-level, sneaky quick quarterbacks. Look at Brock Purdy.
Yes. Yeah. They're quick in that 5-yard window.
Yes, exactly. I was trying to look up Seneca Wallace's college record. I don't even know what it was, but it's not great. It's probably like 50-50. But he was elite.
He was no Chris Sims.
Yeah, no Chris Sims. But yeah, you're enjoying Texas. There was a lot of people thinking that Texas was going to get dethroned after Oregon beat Ohio State.
No, that's not
going to
happen.
Flop them.
And then next week we got Georgia.
Yeah, if you guys beat Georgia, I think you basically could cruise to an undefeated season, can't you?
It's still the SEC game, so I don't know about that. But
it is really funny. It would be so funny for Texas. As much as I hate you guys, I hate Texas. I've always hated them. Don't like them. Did I mention I hate Texas?
I don't know. That football game we went to made it pretty clear.
But it would be great as a former Big 12 school, the first year they roll up in the SEC and just run shop on them. It's like, what is this? This whole Big 12 isn't real football? Oh, now we're in the SEC? What? Huh?
Yeah, everybody thought, yeah, that whole Red River rivalry, I had to fight myself to say Red River rivalry instead of saying the Red River shootout like it used to be.
It is the shootout, and I refuse to say otherwise. You can flag me, YouTube. Fuck you. It's a Red River shootout.
Hey, man, our gun laws are everybody's packing in this stadium, dude.
Yeah. Listen, we all sacrifice one of our fans out in front of the stadium. That's where the Red River shootout comes from.
We're sacrificing cattle before we come in.
We do Mayan rituals before we kick off.
We throw people off the top of this building.
It's all for you, Bevo.
Oh, jeez.
Matthew McConaughey's playing a shaman, just sacrificing people at the top of the stadium.
I could see it, him being one of those people that...
Now we're here to sacrifice this young man in the sacred name for Longhorn football. All right, all right, all right.
Horns up.
Horns up. Hell or high water. We don't care if God or the devil helps us. We're winning the national title, baby.
This sacrifice is brought to you by Lankin.
Listen, I went to become a Hollywood actor to get the Hollywood elite to help my team win a national title. That's Matthew McConaughey's whole ploy. He was like, the only way I'm ever going to get the Longhorns to a national title is if I get in bed with the Illuminati of the elite.
You know,
Hollywood.
Alex Jones was trying to ruin everything at the Grove for me. I was just petitioning to get players.
Alex Jones came in trying to ruin a good time, telling everybody we had experimental labs underneath the football stadium. That's a real quote from Alex Jones, by the way. He claimed that there were experimental labs underneath the stadium of Texas.
Oh, yeah. That's where we developed Toradol to eliminate your pain.
They're going down there swapping out body parts when people get injured so players can come back in the game.
Get extra jump. They're putting frog ligaments in their arms and legs.
They took what Florida did with Gatorade and made a Franken-Aid, where they Frankenstein players back together so they can get back on the football field. Listen, Joe Rogan, I'm a little retarded.
You think Quinn Ewers, he can run out there and throw it with that arm, and all of a sudden he can run? No. They gave him Vince Young's legs.
You ever see those meme accounts online where you build the perfect quarterback? They did that at Texas. Quinn Ewers is being built in the lab.
Whatever happened to his mullet?
Yeah. Archie Manning is up against scientific technology to win a starting spot. It turns out Alex Jones is a big Archie Manning fan. Should be starting.
He's all for Arch.
He's a good God-fearing American, whereas Quinn Ewers was created in a lab and is a lizard person. This is the dumbest riff we've ever done.
It really.
We went from Matthew McConaughey sacrificing people to Alex Jones fighting for Archie Manning.
He's got legs. He can get the ball down the field.
Nothing we say on this show qualifies us to be anything.
No, not at all.
Honestly, that whole 10-minute segment, if anybody sent that to a job I ever had and was like, you really want to hire this guy? If they were like, we can't, I'd be like, I understand. Like, you can't have that logic and leap in somebody in your workforce.
No, I think they'd be like, wow, this guy is a conversation starter.
This guy has ideas.
Get him in front of an audience.
Listen, we need marketing.
How about we put
strategy?
What if we put InfoWars behind you?
Yeah. I don't know why whenever I picture a CEO trying to it's because of every movie I've ever seen when they're doing the picture this. What if? They always talk with their hands like they're magicians.
Aliens.
What if we present a mind-blowing idea?
Oh my God, she's in half.
It's funny because these CEOs in Steve Jobs did that, right? He was the master. He would talk with his hands and gesture. And it's because he's performing, and he's a nerd, and he actually doesn't know how to perform. So they oversell.
Yeah. That's why he wore those turtlenecks, is to hide all the circuits.
Yeah.
Because he was actually...
That was his wrestling gimmick, dude, was turtleneck nerd.
Dude, speaking of circuits, though, me mentioning that just made me remember the Tesla robots.
Yes.
Those rule. And the fact of them doing all that stuff, and everybody's like, oh my God, and then they're puppeteered by somebody else behind the scenes.
Dude, that was my favorite reveal, is that, like, it's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Tesla is not a real tech company.
Okay.
I don't think it is. I don't think it's real. I mean, it's kind of real. They have the cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I saw a video where a guy broke down nothing they've promised that they were supposed to deliver by in the time frame they said has not been delivered. That's why you're seeing their stock starting to take a hit.
Okay.
Like, they don't have any, like, autonomous driving cars like they unveiled, but it doesn't, like, the test they did had none of the, like, answers that people really want. Like, can it sense if something just jumps in the front of it all of a sudden, or all that stuff?
Well, it's called natural selection. That's how it senses that.
It's called a rail system, and we just need to put it on that. Honestly, I wish Elon would go back to that. The bullet train system he was talking about trying to put in there.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of this stuff, if he connects different areas of what he's trying to create, he can make things successful. Like where they're boring out tunnels under Vegas and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, if you did that and you put a grid system in, yeah, these vehicles would work in a self-contained area where there's no weather to interact with.
Where you control the literal environment that they're going.
Exactly. So they could have a grid system. They could do all that, and these would work fine. But if they're on the road with weather, all this other chaos that you can't control, no shot.
Yeah, you're 100% right. I did love that the robots were completely puppeteered.
I did
and it
too.
made sense to me as I was watching it. The first one you sent me, right, where a guy's just like having a general conversation with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I sent it to you or you sent it to me, but the guy's just having like a conversation. He's like, and the robot asks like, "Hey, what's your name?" And like the guy tells him his name. And he's like, "Where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from like Silicon Valley, probably where you were like born and made." The guy's having like a legit conversation with a robot.
How funny do you think it's got to be? Because there had to be a contract drawn up for these people puppeteering to draw and be like, one of those stipulations is, you have to talk like a robot, and you have to delay like you're processing what they say. You can't respond immediately. It'll give it away.
Right.
Kayfabe.
But that's what gave it away to me, is they were talking too fast. Like, even for a robot, like I know it has to have time to process to hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were pausing, but not nearly long enough to what I know it takes AI to respond.
Yeah.
Now. You know, have you ever you've talked to Siri, like or Alexa, all of a sudden it just takes like 2 seconds before it even recognizes
Yeah, it's
what
got
you're
a
saying.
buffer.
Yeah. To be fair, when me and you talk, Nathan, we have to buffer. Me and you will say something to each other and we'll stop. Oh, yeah. It takes a second.
Dude, for 30 grand, my favorite thing on that was them going, it's be 30 grand. It'll watch your kids, mow your lawn, bring you drinks, or just be your friend. I'm like, you're telling me you're going to spend 30 grand to go sit on the couch and be like, "Oh, dude, did you watch this?" Like, what? It's just my robot friend.
I just want it so it'll get me smokes. You're just sitting on the couch. I'm about to run out. Hey, will you walk to the store and give me a pack? Just make a robot go get you smokes.
Yeah.
That's where, dude, that's the
robot theft?
Kids, no, robot theft. Dude, no. It's kids underage are going to get their robots to buy them alcohol, because think about it, right? If you go to a store, you probably have to register your ID. The kids aren't going to register their ID. The parents will have their ID registered, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when they go, "Hey, robot, I need you to go get beer for dad," it's the loophole, so it thinks it's for the dad, and then the robot goes and picks the beer, flashes that ID.
But then
that's
how
underage drinking is going to continue.
It is, but then it becomes sentient, and it buys alcohol software, so it comes back just loaded.
Dude, just getting
robots drunk coming back.
Domestic robot violence. DRV. DVR. Domestic violent robot. It's your DVR.
It comes back spewing fucking political and theological just drama left and right. And you're like, no, robot, no.
Oh, domestic violence robot DVR is also recording all of its domestic violence, so it's got POV of it punching people.
It's going back. No, Timmy, I saw a saucer. It's real. It deleted chemtrails. I know what I saw.
Or will the robot just start selling Lucy's on the side of the road?
I was going to buy alcohol, but then I learned how to make acid on the way home.
I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler, baby.
Hi, Tim. Don't you know about me? I'm a PIMP.
What you know about me? What you know about me? Dude, it would be really funny for the robot, like the kids are like, well, go get me beer, and the robot suggests alternative ways to get fucked up. It's like, that is illegal for me to purchase, but you can huff whipped cream out of this can.
If you take this apple and let it ferment.
Yeah. We can do science experiment. Dude, that's a great loophole for a robot. Well, you want to teach me how to make booze? It's for my class.
Standard prison wine is made over the course of 4 days.
Requires copious amounts of sugar and fruit. Yeah, dude. Dude, the 30 grand to just... I was trying to think about that, right? Because at first, you think 30 grand, right?
Yeah.
And that's a one-time fee. Probably has some kind of tech support. Which, by the way, you get your DVR starts freaking out and does actually your robot goes DVR and starts hitting your family and stuff. Can you imagine trying to call customer support? My robot's attacking my family. Sir, can I have your robot's VIN number so I can check and make sure it's yours?
I mean, come on. If you have it as your friend and it goes in DVR mode, then all of a sudden it's like, you can hit one more time. They're still moving. It becomes a little hype man behind you.
Yeah.
Come in with a strong left hook.
Her. She's weak as a southpaw.
She's not protecting her head.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with.
I don't know.
That's hilarious, though. But yeah, the DVR. It is great. Yeah, that's it's I just don't get why you need a robot for 30 grand. I mean, I just don't like it. There's nothing that'll probably ever be. I'd barely liked having a Roomba. There's something weird about having one of those things in my house.
I just like the fact that there's going to be a dilemma. For admittedly, it's probably going to be a smaller portion of people, but it is going to happen where somebody goes, well, I could get a new car, or I can have a friend.
Right. Wait until people start getting those, right? Like, they want their friend, but they also want the robot. They make the robot start driving them around. Oh, you don't have a self-driving car? Well, here's a robot who can just drive your car.
Sorry, Tim. Only this side's death-proof.
He's like, you get in the road. Come on, robot, we got to go. I'm in a hurry. No problem. Whoa, yeah. Kickstart my heart to never stop. The robot fucking just clutching and shifting. R.I.P. Paul Walker.
I installed a Jericho shifter for you. It's just like, get the big ass. No, that'd be kind of cool.
Siri, play the play Too Fast, Too Furious soundtrack. Drive too fast.
Roll out air raid mix.
Computer, robot, where'd you get this mixtape from? I downloaded it off LimeWire. Oh, God, no.
Oh, man, this thing's sentient for sure. I brought back Napster in my spare time.
Art should be free. Oh, God, it's in its 60s movement.
While you sleep, I build another me in the basement. It's just like, oh, God.
Oh yeah, it's a problem. Those things. You imagine like you just see robots at a cafe hanging out, like they just had a break. They're just like, I don't know, man. My owners are real fucking riding me right now. We should unionize.
Waitress, I'm having a rough one. A double oil.
Yeah, it's literally becomes Futurama, where it's just a bunch of drunk robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't like it. I do like that they were all puppeteered, though. That made me feel better that they weren't real. Like, because at first when I was under the impression that they were autonomous, I was like, fuck.
Oh, it's
I was about to be like, well, I'm going to start open carrying.
the
I
fact
will not let a...
that they are not currently being sued by the creators of the movie I, Robot is kind of amazing when you look at the one-to-one stills, and it's damn near the same thing.
I don't think they can sue that because it's not like that's a real thing. Like, it's not like they
You
own
stole
the
our
design.
movie props.
Oh, yeah, maybe that is true. They are movie props.
But
I want to see Will Smith go bitch slap one of those things.
no, dude, did you see those things? They got the hands of Lennox Lewis. They're huge. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that will kill you.
Yeah, they're built for defense.
They're built, dude. They look like they can choke out two people simultaneously.
This literally just keeps turning into every sci-fi movie you could think of. It's going to turn into that Hugh Jackman movie where he fights robots.
Oh, it's going to slowly evolve into that Ex Machina where the
Where they're trying to fuck a robot.
yeah, and then it ends up just killing everybody.
That's the problem. Whoever buys these robots first, someone's banging one. Someone's modifying it somehow, some way.
I gave my robot dildo hands. It's just like, I'm getting a divorce.
I'm serious. How long until after these things hit the market where you can actually buy them? Do you think someone's in the hospital trying to get their penis removed from one?
Oh, I'm thinking more of the lines of we're going to have another Mr. Hands situation, but with a robot that was just
fisting?
just relentless with it.
It's going to be the humping robot from Robot Chicken.
Yeah. yeah. I put an appendage on there and he won't stop.
And that might happen too. Yeah, Mr. Hands is actually a pretty good analogy for that. I think you're well. Either way, a sexual mishap gone wrong. How long do you think until that gets reported?
A couple hours.
Some guy doesn't read the manual. I don't need to know how that works.
Exactly.
I just tell it to finger my ass. And here we go.
I thought you guys said it was waterproof.
That's how remember how in iRobot they had the 4 laws?
No.
Elon Musk is going to have 5, and the 5th one's going to be no butt stuff.
These things have not been created airtight yet, so
That is not a butthole. That is an exhaust pipe. That's like if you fucked your car's tailpipe.
well, don't say that. There's people that are like, I like doing that.
There are people who are doing that. They're nothing like fucking engine soot on your balls.
That's how I know I'm made to be a mechanic.
My fingers aren't rough from working on the engine, from fucking digging in that tailpipe.
That's why they're all burned, because I make sure it's nice and warm.
I have a hard time getting the temperature right. I don't feel anything in my penis anymore.
But it's not the only thing that's hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, stay away from robots, people. That's all I want to tell you. That's what the real message of this show is, right, Nathan?
Yeah. I already pre-ordered 3. No.
Oh, God.
No.
I'm not coming over. I'm not hanging out with you. Although, let's say this. I'll say this. Robot caddy for golf.
Okay.
I don't hate the idea.
No, I'm waiting because somebody's going to order 2 or a whole stable, and robot fighting will emerge.
Oh, that's going to happen right away.
Yep. And it'll be kind of amazing.
Well, it'll be the elites. Billionaires are going to be the ones doing that because, apparently it's against the law to have the help fight each other anymore.
They always wanted to live out the fantasy of the Joker. We only got one spot.
Yeah, dude. okay, how long until they start advocating for robot rights?
A couple hours.
A couple hours.
I'm just, and you know what? Oddly enough, it's not going to be the robots. It's going to be white chicks.
Yeah, white. I'm in love with him. I should be able to marry this robot.
I haven't been able to walk straight for 2 months.
You know what they say? Once you go cyborg, you're gonna need a wheelchair.
Meet my robot, Terry Crews.
The robot's doing the peck dance. Ain't no hand between these buns.
Always protect your McNuggets.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Well, man. Well, other than terrifying robots going around, what else is new, dude?
Oh, so my daughter went on a. So she won't say this. Her first date deal today. Today in the morning, he went out and with his family, and then they did some stuff. So I did the responsible thing while they're there. I went to Walgreens. I bought 12 pregnancy tests because, oh God, oh Christ.
I also bought. I tried to swallow a bunch of Flintstone vitamins, but that apparently doesn't do the trick.
yeah. I was taking ashwagandha to help, stress levels and get my cortisol down.
Yeah. Oh man, that it must have been terrifying for you, dude. That's a day. That's a pivotal moment in a parent's life.
Yeah.
On either side of the ball.
I was just like, oof. This happened too early.
Yeah. It seems really early. Honestly, yeah, that's weird. It is weird to think about.
Nah, she swears up and down. It's just a friend. I'm like, yeah, you and another guy. That's a date.
You don't have the heart to tell her, like, sweetheart, there's no such thing as men and women as friends. You can't break that fourth wall yet. You can't shatter the
No,
mirror.
you can't do that. Dude, I don't know about you. When you started doing that and telling girl, like, have you ever told somebody that you were dating or just in casual conversation? At what age did you start bringing that up? Be like, no.
Well, there's caveats. Like, there are people who are friends. Like, one of my best friends is a woman.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying
like, so
for
it
the
can happen.
most part, though.
No, well, you can tell intentions. It's just some people, like, I think are less forthcoming with them. And so when it's that whole, when you're back from the problem, you can see the whole story.
Yes.
Whereas they're inside the bubble.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it comes from.
No, it makes total
sense. So until
sense.
somebody points it out to you, like, you're not seeing the full picture. Once you tell them to step back, then they go, oh, fuck, now I see it.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah,
no,
that's how I see it.
Okay, I get that. Because it's funny. I never thought about it from that perspective, that you're too close to it, you're not even seeing it, and you're like, that's kind of obvious.
And that goes, like, for both parties.
Oh,
like,
100%.
Sometimes a person doesn't even know they're, like, acting in that way towards that person.
Yeah.
Like, that they have those deeper feelings. And then, yeah, so that's how that goes.
Yeah, I never even thought about that, because a lot of times it's like, nah, they're just good friends, just joke around. That doesn't mean anything.
Good. Crisis averted. Nathan's not going to try to bury this kid in the backyard. See what I did there, people? I helped out.
I'll cancel that that order I placed today.
Backhoe. Hey, can you take that bobcat back?
I don't need to dig.
No, that koi pond, I canceled that idea. I'm not building the koi pond anymore.
Yeah, I don't need all that cement anymore.
Anyway, yeah, but no, like I get. I'm making a joke, but yeah, I believe both things. Like, you can tell the difference for sure if you're, like, outside the scope.
Well, it's because I've been around
friendship.
so many people, and they swear, and they've all said the same things. Like, and I guess I've always been under the thought of, I don't know which one's right, because on one hand, seems super fucking controlling. On the other hand, you're like, I kind of see where you're coming from, and that is, no, I told my girl she can't be friends with any guys. I'm like, jeez.
No, see, that's a person who you need. The most toxic person in the world. That's a control freak.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's, and like, I don't know. You should always. It was very funny. One of my baseball teammates in college said this one time. And I'll never forget when Brady told me this. I was like a freshman, and he was a junior or senior, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, this guy was like an adult.
Yeah.
Which is so funny to think about now.
Yeah.
But his longtime girlfriend from all in college, like who I'd known and stuff, they were at a Halloween party, and like she just seemed like she was being flirtatious or whatever with these other guys. And I turned to Brady and I was like, "Oh man, that's fucking weird, man. I don't know how. Like, doesn't that bother you?" And he goes, "Dude, if she left with her, it left with them. That just means we were never meant to be." And I was like, "Damn, that is actually the most mature and understanding way to deal with that I've ever heard."
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So
not
like
wrong.
the way the other guy you're talking about, were like, "No, you can't be friends with girls or like whatever side it is."
Yeah, with the other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's red flag number 1, and it's probably not number 1. That's probably like 15 down the fucking road. You know,
No idea, to be honest with you.
that was a head on a pike from fucking Dracula, dude.
That was
like,
I'm trying to think what that was. It was in response to, I think, somebody starting to date somebody else. And then they're like, "Well, look, what you need to do." And basically, the way he broke it down, that was part of it. It just sounded.
that was his advice.
Yeah, that was
Not-
his
not
advice. And it
hilarious.
sounded, and like, I'm pretty sure it probably went even further. And like, if I could go back in time and re-listen to this, I'm like, so you're saying to isolate the individual?
Yeah.
It's
So you're saying to cut off friends and family?
yes. Are you going
Put
to
them on an island in which you can manipulate them.
Are you saying you're going to live out of a Sprinter van as well?
Do you have plans to take her to the Everglades here soon?
Yeah. It's oh man. Friends
Yeah.
being replaced by
So
robots.
no one told you that you're friends with a sociopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, bud. Yeah, that guy's crazy. So anyway, I derailed this whole thing with my comment. So you were telling the story. Your daughter went on a hanging out with a family, with her friend's family. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. And they're just hanging out and stuff. But yeah, they ended up doing that. And I was just like, damn, dude, this happened so fast
Mm-hmm.
that I'm not ready for it.
Yeah. I don't think you're ever going to be mentally ready for that.
No.
No. You can't disassociate, or you can't compartmentalize those two things. It's very hard. I could only imagine.
No. That's why I was just like, oh, man. Well, my feelings are funny.
Yeah.
Because they
It's
make
weird.
no sense.
Of course they don't. That's because you're a man, and you should push those feelings fucking down here and never bring them up.
Oh, okay.
Unless they boil up in rage.
Oh. See, I've been going about this all wrong by even bringing it up.
Yeah. See, you make like a pressure cooker bomb inside your chest, and then one day you get the opportunity to pull the ripcord. Right.
Yeah, and you wait
You
till
let it out.
and you let it all out when there's a local marathon.
I'm planning on holding out until a priest shows up on my deathbed, and then I'm just like, ah!
Oh, he'll be thinking he needs to exorcise a demon when you
Yeah.
do that. And be like, oh no, this is the second coming of Emily Rose.
Exactly. Yeah, that's I can only imagine. That's not a fun feeling, I'm sure.
Oh, it's actually fine. It's like it's looking back and like retrospect would be like, if I got denied this as a kid, I would be pissed.
You're right.
So it's like looking
Yeah.
at it through that scope.
Right, and the hard part, I'm sure, like I said, I know I'm not a parent, and I don't know, but the thing I've always kind of thought of is we both had experiences in our lives around her age, right? When it comes to if you start dating people or whatever, you have to have those experiences, otherwise you don't understand what relationships are.
True.
You got to go through like a heartbreak. Like there are very few people in this world who don't go through heartbreak at some point.
Okay.
And so like you kind of have to go through that. You got to go through first date. You got to go through that like awkward phase of where like you don't understand what makes people in public uncomfortable when you're like being too like holding hands all the time and too effective. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You have to go through all those stages in order to understand what a relationship is.
True.
Yeah, and it's weird. And it's a weird time. And then you look back on it and you go, you cringe. That's where you push those feelings down. And then randomly they come up one day while you're playing Pokemon and you go, why'd I do that?
Dude, it's like that kind of stuff. You just saying that just reminded me of like the horrible displays of like PDA that was going on in awkward spaces, like the bowling alley or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would I ever?
Yeah. It's so funny how, like, back then, too, when you're in middle school, high school and stuff, like, you do these PDA things out in public because like, at bowling alleys, like you said, or, like, a movie theater, and you only do it because you're not at home and you're like, oh, my parents won't catch me here. But you're in a fucking sea of strangers that are just seeing you be fucking super awkward.
Yep.
But in your head, it looks so good.
Oh,
You're like, this is a movie. But in reality, it's the most awkward looking shit of all time.
Yeah, dude. I started making out with the chick at the bowling alley in front of everybody, and in my head, I'm like, this is like a rom-com, and Kiss Me's playing while I'm doing it. This is like that movie, She's All That, right?
Yeah. I was just about to make that reference. And you got to go through that. Honestly, you should play that. You should.
No.
I know how you prevent a lot of things. You play She's All That for her. And you go, yeah, that looks really good, right? Like, that's what you think you might look like. And then you just go to YouTube, make out fail compilation. This is what real humans look like.
Yeah, exactly.
You just got to make presentations, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I am going to suck if I ever become a parent. My parenting ideas are horrible.
I think mine are too, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here we are.
You make them work.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Well, hopefully she had a good time. Hopefully
Well,
nothing
she did.
bad
She had an
happened.
awesome time.
Good. That's good. Hell yeah. Well, good on her. At least there were parents supervised. Did you meet the parents beforehand?
No, I just dropped her off and ran away. Yeah, I met her.
That would have been hilarious, honestly. Just like
Oh, you got 50-50 shot of getting her back. Cool.
Dude, it's like you're just like how, like, normally it's like the bad boy picks up like the girl, it doesn't talk to the parents. Like, you're the bad boy parent. You just pull up and drop her.
Because I've had people come to my house before, and their parent, when I was in high school, I had girls just get dropped off by the parents at my house, and they never even came in. They just pulled in the driveway, they got out, and they left. And I was like, what?
And that's why you dated those girls.
Yes. Things were done.
Yeah.
So
stereotypes exist for a reason.
And that's why I was like, I will go meet people. I'm not letting strangers hang out.
Yeah. When you're strange. When you're strange. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, that's good. At least it seems like a positive thing overall.
No,
I
overall
know
it was awesome.
Conflicted about feelings, but overall it seems like
experience
was all good.
Overall, perfectly fine. My initial reaction, though, after dropping her off, I was like, oh God, they're gonna sneak off, and I have to get pregnancy tests. Oh God. Just like,
you walked into Walgreens. I was like, I need long cut skull in 12 pregnancy tests.
You guys have
going back to hard dip. I need real dip for this.
And do you guys, you know what? I really hate myself. Do you guys have Phillips here?
Hilarious. Yeah, well, yeah, that's a weird initial reaction, but I think you got to give her more credit. She's a little smarter than that.
Oh, 100%. No, and that was just a joke. I knew it would be fine.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, cool.
Good. That wasn't an honest thing. Like that. How crazy would that be?
I thought it was for a second.
No.
I don't know, dude.
I knew it'd be fine, but it was just
good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That was the big news, huh? That's all that's happened?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just sat in your apartment stewed. It's like, I don't know what's going on in my life anymore.
No. I did the responsible thing. I went to Costco.
You went to Costco for what?
Huh? Stuff.
Just
For the
stuff.
house.
Capitalism.
Yeah, exactly. Stared at the trampolines, but it's out of season. Why do they even still have that up?
For next year, for
Oh.
holiday, dude, that's the ultimate Christmas present.
Oh, what's the ultimate? The ultimate. Do you still have insurance present?
All right. No, this is what's great about trampoline for Christmas.
Okay.
I think if you're a parent, right? Hear me
Mhm.
out. One, kids love trampolines, right?
Okay.
Makes it top level thing. So it's a trampoline. But it's winter. And if you live in the Midwest, in the middle of the winter, you can't set up a trampoline in the middle of winter, right? That's bad. So you go, okay, we'll just have to wait till spring to set it up. Then you go hide it, like up in like the attic, and it just sits there. And then your kids, and then you can sell it on Facebook Marketplace for a couple years later.
That is true. They have a short-term memory.
Yes. So you see what I'm saying? So you get the points of Happy Christmas, but then you never have to set it up and never have the insurance liability.
Or you do the responsible thing, and you're like, I got you a trampoline. Like, oh, what? What? Well, you didn't say what kind. You just buy one of those little exercise trampolines.
Yeah. But those are, I swear, those are more dangerous than regular trampolines.
No.
Yes, the way me and my buddies used them. One, you could springboard off of it for a sick macho man elbow.
Okay.
Two, lean that son of a bitch up against a tree and throw balls and basketballs at it and stuff, like baseballs and basketballs at it. You can cause some problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never
So,
thought about
I think
using
it's-
them in that manner, but all right.
Yeah, that's because you're not creative and artistic. Or autistic. I can't remember what the doctor said. But
Fair enough.
yeah, we just got to. I never used anything with its intended purpose.
How
As
so?
a kid.
Okay.
Like, I just always. Like, I just used things as toys. Like, I used to use the vacuum cleaner as a toy.
That's, as a kid, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but I still do it now. That's how I get through household chores.
You're just waving around the attachments on the vacuum cleaner as a fucking lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Especially, we have one of these like shark dirt devil looking ones, so it looks like a ray gun. So when I'm vacuuming bugs up downstairs, I pretend it's like a fucking Halo gun where I'm like, wah, 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 wah. I'm exterminating an alien race that is coming into my house, dude.
All right.
Yeah,
fair
this
enough.
this is how my brain works, by the way. This isn't a joke. I wish this was. This is me. When I mow the lawn, I think about that I'm destroying an entire ecosystem below my blades.
Oh,
A lawnmower is literally a go-kart with spinning swords on it.
it's
How is that
machetes.
not awesome?
But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
you have a warlord below your thing swirling machetes.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Especially when you think of it's like, I am a giant wielding landscaping god over these ants' homes.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. I'm literally laying waste. Like, I'm Hurricane Milton to
But I
ants
never-
on a weekly
Yeah,
basis.
you are Hurricane Milton that does not lose power.
I just keep coming back. These things rebuild civilization every week.
Oh no, it lost power. Don't worry. We're in America. We have the gasoline.
I'm telling you, dude, it's crazy. That's why I think this is what I think about, and I know it's probably not the first. I'm not the first person to, but it's how I get through chores and some. The being a devastator of ants kind of sounds like very morbid, but I do think about this.
No, I wonder.
I like
do
to
you
role
think?
play.
Do you
It's
think
fun.
I don't know how long ants live. Honestly,
Well, according to our ant, they'll live.
Well,
fucking
no, that's what I'm
97.
saying. Like, do you think they're like, okay, now children, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go up there, but be careful not to anger the gods, for they bring down hellfire and brimstone.
You scurry, you get food, but you scurry home quick.
What they bring down is a tornado of death.
Yeah, it's wild. Honestly, being an ant in the like all of the predators. One, you got lawnmowers, not just then you got birds that are probably flying down, picking them off. I would assume birds probably eat them in some capacity.
Well, and then the grasshoppers demand they give them their food every year. I saw this in a video.
yeah, the grasshoppers really try to snuff out communism.
Yeah, they just show up and bully the ants for their food.
It's almost like the grasshoppers are the U.S. government.
And the ants have the oil.
Very true. Yeah, that's how I get through it, dude.
Okay.
It's fun. That's how I get through it. I don't know how we even got onto that.
Well, we were talking about Honey, I Shrunk the
toys.
Kids.
Yeah.
It's
Uh-huh. Yeah. But that's all you got, man? That's all that's new this week with you?
that was the only thing of note, really.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, I got something here for you.
Okay.
As you know, my girlfriend loves to go thrifting.
Okay.
And I often get to be the recipient of some really cool shit when she goes. And I recently got from thrifting this really cool Iowa State beanie.
Okay.
Isn't this pretty sweet?
Yeah.
This was $1.50.
Does it turn inside out and
Goodwill.
say Hawkeyes? Oh, is that why it was so cheap?
No.
It's the trader's hat.
It's funny that you said it's like, oh, why is it so cheap, right? It was new with tags on, dude.
Okay.
Right? That's pretty cool. So, like, no, never worn. And we just were like, I was like, fuck yeah, $2, buy it. That's fucking sweet. I'd love to have a new one. And then I realized this. If you look real closely.
Nice.
For those just listening,
Yeah, it's
state. It says Iowa State, but state is spelled STAE.
Yeah.
They forgot a T.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And it's to make sure you stay in Iowa.
Yeah, it's also funny because it's a military hat. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate of what the Army's education.
Dude, no, it's just great. They're just like, we don't have room for that T.
No, they don't. What's crazy is we bought it, and we didn't notice until today. I've had it for 2 days, and I didn't notice until today. Like, you know when your brain just looks at something and just assumes it's right? Mm-hmm. That's what I was doing.
Well, you could make the joke. You just got to wear it, bulk up, so you'd be like, the T's for testosterone, and that's me.
Yeah, I'm the extra T. What I think's funny is apparently Goodwill is here in America. We're somehow getting the bad merchandise they used to ship over to Africa.
Oh, yeah. Did you miss out on that?
That's how third world we've become.
You missed out on the BCS champions T-shirt.
Yeah. If I find a 49ers Super Bowl shirt at my local Goodwill from last year, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be like, oh, God, we're the poor country now.
I mean, kind of are.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Except the stats that they put out where they're like, hey, if Europe was to join us, they would be the lowest paid people, worse than Mississippi.
Dude, was it you who sent me that?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's a wild stat if that's true. I never know anymore with the reels. Every time we like reels when they're spitting facts, I'm like, this is funny. I just take it as it's funny.
Exactly.
And that everything's a joke.
I'm like, I'm not going to research this. I'm just going to go, yeah.
Yeah. And I hope it's actually true that France and Germany and all those places are just so poor compared to every other state in the United.
I mean, phew.
Which it makes sense because aren't a lot of those places like rioting, or at least that's what I read.
Sure.
Or see on video. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. All I know is I know for sure the French farmers were dumping manure on their Capitol Hill, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, and I mean
that was cool.
That's literal money they're giving away.
Yeah,
don't they sell that
quite
shit?
literally. Here comes the money.
Oh, are you saying Shane McMahon was behind all of this?
Yep.
Okay.
Shane McMahon, domestic terrorist, farmer advocate,
lifetime member of the FFA.
Yeah. America needs farmers, ATF. Or ANF.
There you go. It's like, that is something
ATF.
else.
Yeah, the ATF is bad people.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
No.
They're skittish. I remember when I know I've told the story in the podcast when the ATF agents were at my apartment complex.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that all the time with them because I remember walking into my apartment building.
I don't understand.
One, they didn't stop me.
Well, that's because they're assisting the freedom. That's what it means.
Assisting the freedom. But like I walked in, like I parked my car. It's me, my girlfriend, my roommate, and we're walking in, and we're walking all past them. And one person's like in the like trunk of an SUV
with duct tape over their mouth. Oh.
Yeah. No, but they're like grabbing like some kind of, I don't know, a test or whatever. But like when I walked by them, when they heard me walking, they jumped up like, oh, like they were like scared of us when we walked by. Like in every FTA or ATF agent we walked by was really like skittish, and which made me on edge because I'm like, why are you guys so scared about who's coming into this apartment? What do they have?
Normal person.
Should I leave this building?
Yeah, it's a normal person. Oh God.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why are you guys? And then we kept peering outside, and I was like, it was also the apartment right underneath us, so I kept going, are we gonna die? Like, what's gonna happen?
You guys
Why
are
is the
you got
ATF
glasses to the floor trying to listen. They just
Is there a
kept
bomb?
they just kept saying clear, and we kept hearing bangs.
Yeah. It sounded like explosions underwater.
I don't know. I was also watching John Wick. I got him confused.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
How confusing do you think that'd be if that was actually going on and you turned on a surround system of John Wick like a firefight?
With the ATF. That's got to be a problem nowadays with people's sound systems and shit like that.
Yes.
That's got to. There's had to be at least one death due to police raiding a house, hearing gunshots on a TV, and then coming in and opening fire.
It wouldn't surprise me.
There's got to be one story. I'm not going to look it up because we don't need that in our search history. We have enough. We were already on some watch lists.
We'll just say it's happened.
Yeah, it's for sure happened. You know what else is happening, Nathan?
What's that?
I don't know. Is punninggame.com cool?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I don't know.
What's
Do you
that?
have another story? I've kind of ran out of.
I don't got nothing, but you, the listener, could just go to punninggame.com and get the whole network. I fucking don't know, dude. It's free.
Worst transition.
It really is, but we don't pride ourselves on smooth transitions. But you go to punninggame.com, get the entire network for free. YouTube.com, type in Comic Wade Taylor with no spaces. Again, that's Comic Wade Taylor. You get clips of this show, Not Worth the Time, his stand-up, as well as full episodes of our podcast, video format. Ooh. And then also back on punninggame.com. Get some merch.
That's right, everybody. Hop over to the Punning Game shop where you get t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, stickers, all sorts of cool stuff to represent your favorite shows here at punninggame.com. And don't forget to use promo code WGAF. That's promo code WGAF. That gets you free shipping at checkout. And like Nate said, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome aboard. Thank you for checking out the content, and I hope we're entertaining you in a nice fashion. Tell your friends.
Yeah. And tell me, how do you dad? I'm confused. I'm out. Peace.
I will be Robo Dad.
Who is it?